Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and today I'd like to present a list of 25 additional ideas that I have. And here's the list. The list is in no particular order. I just thought of 25 different things. Number one is a TV show about my life. I initially had a video talking about this separately, but it was just so long and just really drawn out that I'll just talk about it briefly now. I'd love to do a show about my life growing up in high school and in college. So the show would last 8 seasons, and my character's name will be John Gallo. So the show will be called The John Gallo Show, and it'll be on for 8 seasons, 4 for high school and 4 for college, and it'll take place right here in Chicago, and the people on the show will be based on people that I knew in high school and in college, and other people I met along the way. And it would be interesting to have a show about my life. I mean, my life's been fascinating. There's a lot to tell. I mean, I'm an only child. I'm Italian. I've known a lot of fascinating people along the way too, and the show's theme, I was thinking it would be the Pink Floyd song "Another Brick in the Wall" Part 2. I'll play the opening theme right now to give you an idea. And here's the closing theme to the John Gallo Show. And anyway, the John Gallo Show, it will take place from between August of 2002 until June of 2010. And the show will basically be a cross between, I would say, Seinfeld, The Wonder Years, and Malcolm in the Middle. And there's more, but I don't want to go into too many details about it. Number 2 on my list of ideas is the female classic rock band mockumentary. this was in a separate video as well, but it was too long and drawn out. And in a nutshell, this group will be basically like a cross between, like, you'll have elements of like the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Bee Gees, and the Rolling Stones, I would say. Well, like the Beach Boys, you'll have three siblings, their cousin, and a friend of theirs. That'll be the group. And like the Bee Gees, two of the siblings will actually be twins. In the Bee Gees, you have Robin and Maurice Gibb. They're fraternal twin brothers, and two of the sisters in this group, they'll be fraternal twin sisters. And then they'll have an older sister, and their cousin will be in the group, plus a friend of theirs as well. And I've always felt that there's never really been a female classic rock band that was ever as big as like the Beatles or the Rolling Stones, and this mockumentary would fill that void. Like, what if there was? What if there was a female band that would be that would have been as big as those groups? You know, the name of the group is the Pow Pits. It's sort of like the way the Bee Gees name came about. The Bee Gees is short for, I've heard that it could be short for either the Brothers Gibb or the Barry Gibbs. The Pow Pits, it's short for the members of the group. Like, you'll have Laura Powell, the drummer, and then Pitt is for the Patelli sisters, the three Patelli sisters, and their cousin, her last name's Howard, but she's still in the Patelli family, though, technically. And anyway, my number three, my third idea is my high school is St. Ignatius College Prep, and they have a digital media club, but I always felt that they should have a TV and a radio station. I think a St. Ignatius TV and radio station would be awesome. I even thought of like the station's call letters could be WSI, W St. Ignatius. It makes sense. It's perfect. Number four, my number four is random song parodies that I've thought of, and I'm sure parodies have been written with these titles, but here are some that I've thought of in the last like few weeks or so. I have the list right here. Hang on. I thought of excuse me, give me 1 second here. You had the Neil Diamond song Solitary Man, but instead of Solitary Man, how about Donovan McNabb? You can easily do a parody of Solitary Man by Neil Diamond and just have it be about Donovan McNabb. Think about it. Solitary Man, Donovan McNabb. It works. And then you have the song by The Association. The song's called Windy. Instead of Windy, how about Wendy's? Talk about the fast food restaurant Wendy's. You know, it would be kind of funny. Everyone goes to Wendy's. Everyone knows it's windy. Windy you have, and Wendy has stormy eyes. Wendy could be, and Wendy's has biggie fries. Something like that, yeah. You have Tiny Dancer by Elton John. How about a parody with, it's a famous misheard lyric. It could be Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. Instead of Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer, it could be Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. And anyway, other ones could be Creedence Clearwater Revival has Bad Moon Rising. There's a famous misheard lyric there where it sounds like John Fogerty's singing There's a Bathroom on the Right, but it's actually There's a Bad Moon on the Right. What if there was a parody song where it would go, There's a Bathroom on the Right? And Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix, there's a line that it sounds like he's saying, excuse me while I kiss this guy. It's actually, excuse me while I kiss the sky. But what if there was a parody where it went, excuse me while I kiss this guy? It would be crazy. My God. Instead of Let It Be by the Beatles, how about Let Me Pee? It could be about a guy who has to pee. He's like, let me pee, let me pee. Other ones could be, Well, you could do like dirty parodies. There's a couple Free Dog Night songs where you have "Mama told me not to come," but change the spelling of "come" to like the spelling of "come" spelled with a U instead of COME. Or "Easy to be hard." I mean, imagine like the parody of that. My God. And then another parody I thought of, a Beatles one could be instead of "Hey Jude," how about "Hey Jews"? It could be a song about Jewish people, you know. Another parody I have is instead of "Secret Agent Man" by Johnny Rivers, it could be "He's an Asian Man." Instead of "Secret Agent Man," it could be "He's an Asian Man." It would be hilarious, I think. Anyway, I'm sorry for rambling about that, but number 5 could be maybe a sketch on SNL where people say "Oh my God" in just random silly voices. Imagine different voices of people saying "Oh my God, oh 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 my God." You know, imagine people just saying that in random voices. It's stupid, but it could be funny, you know? Maybe. Number 6 could be a reverse Dumb and Dumber. Instead of 2 dumb guys, make it 2 smart guys. It could be called Smart and Smarter. You'll have 2 smart guys, but they have no common sense. It's sort of like The Big Bang Theory, the TV show The Big Bang Theory. They're very intelligent guys, but they lack real-world intelligence, you know? They have book smarts, but very little street smarts. That's kind of what this would be like, you know? Number 7 could be a reverse Home Alone. Okay, imagine a widow or a widower who's at home and their spouse has just died. They're living alone, but this person's robbed by 2 juvenile delinquents. In Home Alone, you have a child who's robbed by 2 adult burglars, but in this case, you'll have a widow or a widower who's robbed by 2 juvenile delinquents who escaped from juvenile hall. That would be interesting. I think that could work. Yes. Number 8 is an SNL sketch about social media and history. Imagine if social media has existed since the dawn of time. Can you imagine? Like, what if Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, what if they were around, like, at the time of, like, Jesus? And imagine if Jesus were on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, or Instagram. My God. Or LinkedIn, even. Imagine, like, our founding fathers. What if social media was around back then? Like, what if George Washington was on Twitter? What if Benjamin Franklin was on Twitter? My God. How about other people in history? Like maybe some women like Joan of Arc or Queen Elizabeth I, maybe, or other people like Shakespeare, Einstein, or maybe evil people in history. What if they had Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter? Like, what if Hitler had it? My God. Or Stalin, or Mussolini, or Napoleon, maybe. Can you imagine if that stuff existed back then? It would be weird, my God. Number 9 is an SNL sketch that shows fat people running to catch buses and or trains. It's always been kind of funny, just to see fat people running to catch a bus or train that's just about to leave the station or to stop. I mean, I've always laughed at that. I feel bad, but it's also kind of funny too, Number 10 could be a female version of Dumb and Dumber or Smart and Smarter. Maybe have 2 really stupid ladies who just do these like moronic things, or maybe have 2 really smart women that have no common sense. It's like my idea earlier about Smart and Smarter, like about the 2 smart guys with no common sense. It's kind of like the Big Bang Theory. Number 11 is a female version of Home Alone. I've always wondered what this would be like. Imagine a little girl who's left home alone and 2 female villains come and try to rob the house. That would be interesting. Instead of a little boy and 2 bad guys, how about a little girl and 2 female villains? That would be interesting. I've always wanted to see that. Number 12, it's a combination of 2 ideas that I have. How about a gay parents sitcom and a lesbian parents sitcom? Maybe a gay parents sitcom could be about these 2 guys who adopt these 2 children. A lesbian parent sitcom could be about these two women who adopt these two children. Number 13 is maybe teen versions of two shows I loved when I was a child. Arthur and the Magic School Bus. In Arthur, they're 8 years old, but what would it be like if they were in high school? They should do a version when they're actually grown up and in high school. How about the Magic School Bus? In the Magic School Bus, they're like 9 or 10 years old. Maybe have a version where they're in high school. That would be interesting. Yes. Number 14 is a movie or an SNL sketch about a man with 7 different personalities. 7, yes. Sort of like Quadrophenia, like the Who album and movie about a guy who had 4 personalities. This guy would have 7 personalities. Personality number 1 would be his normal personality. You know, he would speak in his regular voice, and you know, he would just do regular things. Personality 2 would be the same guy but with a southern accent. He would be like, "How you doing, ma'am? Howdy. How you doing? I don't understand that at all." Personality number 3 could be a gay guy. Like, imagine the same guy but gay. He would be like, "Hi. Okay. Yes. Oh my God." Personality 4 could be the same guy, but what if he pretends to be a foreigner? He's like, "I go around. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I don't understand. You have to help me. You have to help me do it." Personality 5 could be the same guy, but with a child's voice. He would be like,
"Yes, I understand. I really do. Yes. Mommy, get me Mommy, I want that toy. Get me that toy, Mommy."
Personality 6 could be the same guy, but as an old man. He would be like, "I remember that when I was younger. Oh, it was tough. I tell you, it was tough. Oh man. Oh, what a day. What a day." And finally, his 7th personality could be the same guy, but he's mentally challenged. He'll be like, "I don't understand. I really want to know. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You have to do it sometime, I guess." If I'm offending anybody, I'm sorry, but if this is done right, it could be funny. Number 15 could be an SNL sketch about an announcer who always sounds like he's announcing something. He'll be like, "Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my life. It's very nice outside. Temperature is 80 degrees, and I'm getting ready to take a shower and go out." And number 16 could be an SNL sketch that parodies Ken the Hawk Harrelson. He's the White Sox TV play-by-play announcer, and he has a distinctive Southern accent, and he's from South Carolina, actually, and he has all these like weird, like random catchphrases like "stretch, stretch, that gummit, cinch it up and hunker down. All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way. He gone, that gummit, he just missed it. That's bull. That's pure bull. That's BS. Come on, DJ. And a stone pony. Stony. Well, when I played with Carly Yastrzemski, and I golfed with Yogi Berra. That's kind of how he sounds. Like, you could easily parody that. If they could parody Harry Carey, Will Ferrell played Harry Carey. They should totally do an imitation of Hawk Harrelson. It would be funny. Number 17 is a news story about who portrays each team's mascot. I've always wondered who's inside each mascot's costume. Like, who's inside the White Sox mascot Southpaw? Who's inside Southpaw? Who's inside Benny the Bull? Who's inside Tommy Hawk? Who's inside Staley the Bear? Who's inside each team's mascot? I've always wondered. I think the reason why they don't say it is because it would ruin like the fantasy and it would spoil it for children, you know. But I've always wanted to know who's inside each costume. They never even say it like in the team's media guide. You'd think it would. Like, I don't understand why. I mean, I've always wanted to know who's inside each costume, you know. Anyway, number 18 could be a female version of Home Improvement. The show Home Improvement with Tim Allen and Richard Karn, where they hosted the Home Improvement show, but a female version could be about two women who host a cooking show. The host is like just a total screw up and really clumsy, but the co-host is better. The co-host knows more about cooking and she's actually not messy, but the host is just really clumsy and a mess like Tim was on Home Improvement. Number 19 could, but also for the female version of Home Improvement, in Home Improvement they had 3 sons, but in this show they would have 3 daughters. Number 19 could be a young version of Cheers, but instead of the setting being a bar, how about have the setting be an ice cream shop instead? It would be interesting. You could have you'll have a kid from the farm be like Woody. You'll have the blonde waitress be like Diane. The brunette waitress would be like Rebecca. The sassy waitress would be like Carla. The fat kid, the regular fat kid, could be like Norm. The kid who's a Boy Scout and also he's a paper boy, he could be like Cliff. Yeah. The kid who's, like I said, he'll be a Boy Scout and he'll also be a paper boy. He'll be like Cliff, and you'll have the intellectual kid, like the prodigy. He'll be like Frasier. The boss of the place could be, like Sam, and it would be interesting, Number 20 could be maybe black versions of classic TV shows. Imagine black versions of Cheers, or WKRP in Cincinnati, or Seinfeld, or Married with Children. Versions of those shows with all black cast would be interesting. He tried it with The Odd Couple, but it failed miserably. But I think with the right writers and the right cast, it might work, Number 21 could be a female versions of the shows I mentioned above. Like, imagine Seinfeld, but with females. Imagine 3 women and a man. Like in Seinfeld, you have Jerry, George, Kramer, and Elaine, but in this show you have 3 women and a man. Yeah. How about a female version of Married with Children? Like, have it set from a woman's point of view. Or a female WKRP in Cincinnati, or a female version of Cheers. Number 22 is an SNL sketch about maybe a happy ending massage parlor. Imagine, like, what if it was like a dentist's office or a doctor's office where they'd have like magazines and newspapers and they'd have children running around and holding balloons and suckers and everything. It would be hilarious. And they would have a lady at the window, setting up the appointments and everything, and it would be funny. It could be funny. It's kind of crude and foul, but it could be funny. Excuse me for 1 second here. Number 23 could be an SNL sketch about dry shaving. Instead of shaving with water and shaving cream, what if someone attempted to shave with a dry razor? Like, completely dry razor and a dry face. You know how much that would hurt? It would be so painful, my God. Number 24 is an SNL sketch about giving up silly things for Lent. What if people gave up random, like, bizarre things for Lent, like wearing deodorant or shaving or getting their hair cut or peeing or pooping or I'll say the dirty word, shitting. What if someone didn't shit at all for Lent? What if someone didn't eat for Lent? Or what about other things? Like, what if someone gave up eating liver for Lent? Or what if someone gave up eating broccoli for Lent? Or just random, giving up random bizarre things like that. Like, what if someone gave up wearing shoes for Lent, or wearing socks, or wearing a shirt or pants, or showering? And anyway, last but not least, number 25 is Shave November. instead of No Shave November, how about Shave November? And the members of ZZ Top and the cast of Duck Dynasty, they would shave each day in November. They're all known for having long beards, but in November they would all shave each day in November. It would be just funny and ironic, you know. Anyway, I'm sorry for rambling here, but well, this week I have 2 more videos to present. Tomorrow I'm going to present my predictions for the 2013 NFL season. And on Wednesday, I'll present my predictions for Week 1 of the NFL season. The season starts on Thursday. The game's in Denver, and the Broncos are at home against the Baltimore Ravens. And I'll be back tomorrow with my NFL predictions for 2013. And anyway, stay tuned for that. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.